What is up, guys? Sent here, back at it again with another video. Yeah, we're here. We're starting a little bit of a new series. It's called The Hot Stove, where I just go over the moves in the offseason. First one was kind of a small move, but Nick Anderson, he was a solid player for when he was doing stuff in the MLB. But recently, he hasn't done a ton in the MLB. It's not really his fault. He's been hurt. But still, this deal right here isn't bad. $875K if he makes the majors. That's near league minimum. League minimum's like $707K this year. It's going to be about $710K next year, I think. Which is basically league minimum. And then $180K in the minors. That's a huge contract in the minors. Minor leaguers, they don't make shit. But this dude, he gonna be picking up every paycheck when they going out to eat. At least hopefully. He should be. God damn. That dude lucky. Next up, here's where Jeff went off on a little tangent on Twitter. I don't know. What was he doing here? Like, he was saying something about putting all his moves on Instagram. He still puts them on Instagram, but that's not where he first breaks his moves. I don't know what was the point of him saying that or anything, but whatever. Yeah, this is kind of a minor move. Who really care? It's not really a minor move. It's actually a lot of money. Great contract for Rafael Montero. I don't know about the Astros. Montero had a great year this year, but over $11 million for a flippin' reliever that isn't even a closer yet? That's a little high, in my opinion. I mean, if he becomes a closer, it's going to be a good deal, but he's not a closer yet. Next, the Tyler Anderson deal. 3 years, $39 million. He turned down the $19.65 million qualifying offer from the Dodgers and took a little less AAV, but got more stability. That would be $13 million a year for 3 years. It's pretty solid. Heads over to the other LA team. But the Angels will lose their second round pick while the Dodgers get a pick after the fourth round. At least they're getting something, I guess. But the Dodgers will probably pick a stud knowing the Dodgers. Typical Dodgers move. Gonna be a stud. But Tyler Anderson, he's a good pitcher. He had an amazing year this year. But $13 million, I think that's fair. If I'm being serious. Next up, Anthony Rizzo. I was hoping he'd come to Cleveland, but I wasn't expecting it because I'm a Cleveland fan. I know we don't sign shit. We probably won't sign anybody this year. I hope we sign Abreu or something, but we'll see. But Anthony Rizzo truly enjoyed being a Yankee and getting $20 million a year to stay, $17 million each year of the next 2 years, plus a $6 million buyout on 2025's option. Keeps him in the Bronx. Worth noting, Rizzo has grown very close with Aaron Judge over the last 2 years. I don't think that matters, but whatever. Because Judge is going to go where he gets the most money and where he actually wants to play. If he wants to play in San Francisco, he's going to San Francisco. That's just what's going to happen. Trust me, I'll make friends in San Francisco. It's not that hard to make friends when you're fucking Aaron Judge. But this deal, it's a good deal for Rizzo. Good deal for both guys. Yankees getting a good deal with a great first baseman. Rizzo getting a good deal to stay as a Yankee. Likely going to be a Yankee for the rest of his career. Solid deal. And then the deal that happened today. Teoscar Hernandez is heading to Seattle for a Slovakian-born left-handed starter, Adam Macko, who could be moved to reliever in the future because he's battled injuries. And then also, Erik Swanson is heading to Toronto. Personally, Adam Macko, he's solid, but let me pull up the numbers for you on Baseball Reference to prove how solid Adam Macko has been. Alright, here we are on Baseball Reference. It shows the stats for Adam Macko, the Slovakian-born left-handed pitcher. A 6.08 ERA in the Arizona Fall League this year. Not great. 13 in the third innings pitched, 12 hits, 9 runs, 9 being earned. 1 home run allowed, 13 walks. That's a little high on walks. That's about a walk an inning. You don't want to see that. And about a strikeout an inning's fine. Also hit a batter. Really doesn't matter, but whatever. He did that once. And a 187 whip. Ugh. 8.5 hits per 9, which ain't terrible. It's not good, but 0.7 HR per 9 is pretty solid. 8.8 walks per 9. That's bad. And he was on the Peoria Javelanes. It's got some pretty good talent with the Peoria Javelanes. Pretty good team. But that's not the numbers that you want to see. He has battled injuries in the past, I've heard. He started 18 games this year. The combined ERA I'm not sure about, but in low-A Modesto, he had a 4.59 ERA, and then in high-A Everett, he had a 3.99 ERA. 183 whip in Everett, and Modesto, he had a 150 whip. Macko, he's a wild card, personally. That's what I'm thinking. Like, he could be good, but he also could not. We'll have to see with him, and then I'll pull up the Savant page. Alright, and here it is. Here's the Savant page that Ben Nicholson Smith posted for Erik Swanson. This is ridiculous. If you know anything about a Savant page, this doesn't happen often. This is ridiculous. Erik Swanson is a great pitcher. I think he'll be 30 at the beginning of next season. He's 29 right now. But an average exit velocity at 98 percentile. That means he's in the 98 percentile. He doesn't let up hard hit balls. And then hard hit percentage, 96 percentile. That's amazing. And xERA / xWOBA, which are two combined stats that they use for that, at 97 percentile, also pretty good. xBA at 88 percentile, pretty good. xSlug at 94 percentile. You get it. Everything's good besides fastball velocity and fastball spin, which is one pitch. Pitchers throw more than just one pitch, obviously, so that might not be a stop pitch. This is ridiculous. This dude's good. K percentage at 96 percentile. Walk percentage at 89 percentile. That's pretty good. Whiff percentile at 75 percentile. When your whiff percentage at 75 percentile is like one of your worst there, and your barrel at 68 percentile, which aren't even bad, that's ridiculous. This dude's good as hell. Personally, I think Toronto might end up winning this trade. It's going to stem to what Seattle does with Teoscar Hernandez. If Teoscar Hernandez ends up signing back with Seattle, I think Seattle wins the trade. But the real thing here, Toronto wasn't signing Teoscar Hernandez. It's only like 1 year if Teoscar Hernandez goes through this. And if he has a season like he did this year where he played, I think, only like 50 or 60 games, he was hurt a lot. If that happens and then they get about 60 games out of Erik Swanson, who was elite back-end reliever for Seattle with a 34% K rate and a walk rate at 4.9%, who also has 3 years of team control instead of 1. Yeah, this could be a great deal for the Toronto Blue Jays. And personally, I'm going to say Seattle gets an A- on this. But personally, I'm also going to say an A- goes to Toronto. They both did great trades. Great win-win trade right here. We'll have to see who wins it. If Teoscar Hernandez has an injury-riddled season this year, well, then we know who wins it. But if that doesn't happen, which could be the case, great trade both sides. And that's pretty much going to do it for episode 1 of the Hot Stove. It's been Sen here. See ya, and goodbye.